Yo, what's up, guys? This is Virus916 here, and thank you for tuning in for another episode. This is episode 2 of Talk Your Instinct. Unfortunately, we had to move it till today because we're trying to plan to have this show on every Thursday, but I didn't want to run into conflict with other tournaments and stuff like that, which we're going to talk about that Pacific tournament later on during the show. Thank you guys for tuning in. And for my guest today, we have the Scipio man himself and also the Sandcan Castle Master himself. I totally messed that up. Welcome, VenomBuster. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, how's it
Yep,
going?
there he is on the screen right there. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. Doing well.
Yeah. How's the weather in Texas? I know that you had like the storm and stuff like that. Is your area doing all right?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. We had a little bit of a hiccup at one point, and we had had a tough time taking a bath for a little while, but I think we're doing okay right now.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad you and your wife any kids? Anything like
No,
that?
no kids.
Not
No
yet.
kids.
Okay. All right, good. So just the
Yeah.
two of you. All right. I'm glad that you guys are safe and you guys are healthy, back on your feet.
Okay.
And so right now, Venom Buster on this show. First we're gonna talk about KI news here, but first
Okay.
off, let's get to know the Castle man himself. Um, I already said that you're from Texas and stuff like that. But let's get to know Venom Buster. What led you to play Conrad? Conrad is your main character, as I said,
Yeah.
Sandcastle. What led you to that character?
Um. I don't really know, to be honest with you. I was originally a Wolf player. Like day one, like that was the one I was gonna stick with. And I played pretty much every character when they came out. Like I tried a little bit of everything, and I don't know. Even whenever he was teased at the end of I think the Maya trailer,
Mm-hmm.
I was not interested at all. And then they showed off his gameplay, and I saw the sand jump, and I saw him spit on someone and kill him, and I said, "That's it. I'm in."
That's all it took was some
Yeah,
sand.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
all it took.
yeah. I had always like made the joke because I came from Marvel,
Yeah.
so like stuff was all over the place, right? And I always made the joke like you could spit on him and kill him, and like I saw somebody get spit on and died, and I was like, oh, okay, I got to do that. I got to be a part of that. And I don't know, like I really wasn't that competitive at the time either. Like I was mostly just playing with like my I was really big into fighting games with my sister at the time.
Oh, your
So
sister.
we
So
yeah,
this is kind of like a Reggie Miller and his sister type of ordeal. Well,
yeah, like
let me ask you this: did she beat your ass?
absolutely,
Okay,
absolutely.
all
She
right.
beat my ass 24/7, and I was like, I need something. She was playing Thunder, and when Hisako came out, she was playing Hisako.
Oh,
And I mean, like, I was struggling, like, but when Khan came out, I don't know, like, I felt like at the time I was pretty like in tune with like how fighting games work. Well, I was absolutely wrong, but I kind of thought that like I had stuff figured out, and like I was kind of like beating my friends, and I started to beat my sister and stuff. So I started to like try and find something that was a little more difficult to play or a little more complex. And then I saw Conrad come out, and I saw like the command grabs, and I saw him antlion somebody for the first time, and like that was kind of like that was it for me. And strangely enough, I don't know if anybody's ever noticed this, but Conrad's game, like his gameplay, is very similar to Venom in Marvel. Like
mm-hmm.
Venom has like his like thing where he stomps on the ground, and there's like something like a spike that comes up, and he had command grabs, and I mean, like he didn't have like a super jump or nothing like that. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, I guess he did, but like he didn't have the sand. But They even took it a step further, and in Infinite, he had traps. Like I thought that was kind of cool. But that was kind of like the inspiration was like someone said he was similar to like playing Marvel, and I saw the super jump, and I said let's do this. Like let's play Conra, and that was it. I actually did play towards the tail end. I played Arya for a little bit, but I assumed when season 3 started she was getting nerfed,
Hmm.
and I was wrong.
Yeah, like we all did. We were all like, yes, this bitch is finally
Yeah,
getting nerfed. But then she
they
got
buffed
she got like little nerfs, and then the list of buffs were big,
her.
and then we just
Yeah,
went, we're in trouble. We are
yeah.
in trouble.
And I even tried to play her a little bit, like at the start of season 3, excuse me. But Conrad was so different at the start of season 3 that
Oh yeah.
like I knew something wasn't being explored. I didn't know how, or I didn't even know if I wanted to be the person to do it. I just knew I wanted to be a part of it, and I didn't. I just never could put him down. I still to this day like it's really tough for me to be like I'm just gonna play a different character. Like I kind of want to gravitate back to Arya because I'm starting to feel like I'm nailing some of the Conross stuff, and I can more focus on like my player habits rather than focus on what's going on with Conrock because he's pretty dirty, man. He's
Yeah,
got some stuff.
yeah. I mean, even still to this day, every time like I see like a high level Conrad player, I'm like going online matches and stuff like that. I'm just like, oh god, I'm just gonna have to sit here and freaking take all this stuff because it is kind of like what am I supposed to do? So
Yeah.
let's take a little step back here. So we were talking about
Okay.
like the changes and stuff like that. Conrad in season 2 was like the master zoner. In fact, I still think he's
Yeah.
one of the best zoners in the game. I know he's not the best, but he is one of the best. But
Yeah. Yeah. He's still got the
he
tools.
but he got hit the most on the changes,
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah.
which
Absolutely.
which honestly it really need to be done because as we all know our buddy Sleep come on the show one day. um he was abusing a lot of shit, and
Yeah.
especially probably the most comeback of them all at Evo. I mean, I don't know if you can ever top that comeback
Yeah.
ever. I mean, like he literally had the magic pistol of health against a wolf, that against a player that literally has a pretty much full life. And I
Yeah.
mean, shout outs to my god, which I hope he's still
Yeah,
doing
huge,
good.
huge shout out to my god.
Yeah.
Actually, he lives in the area. Believe it or
Oh.
not, I ran into him a while back at like
Okay.
a Walmart or something. Yeah, it's crazy. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, you know?
Yeah, shout out to my guy. I hope he's still doing good, and I got he doesn't really play the game. He doesn't really play online so much. He mainly plays offline. So I hope he's still doing good. But you know, when you're in that type of predicament against, I didn't know if my god was familiar with that character, but
Yeah,
in your mind, you know okay, we'll say that we're wearing sleep shoes. It's like, what the hell are you supposed to do? You know, like
yeah,
he's sitting there laying sand, trying to bait him out, and all of a sudden you pulled the most unbelievable comeback of your life, and probably in all of FGC, in which that
yeah,
comeback is still talked about today.
yeah. Trust
In
me, I've
my,
tried to top it. It's hard.
I mean, probably in that matchup, Wolf probably beats Conra with the meter, and my god had everything. But then
Yeah,
Sleep,
he had all of it. Yeah,
he had a full stick of butter, and then of course he was about to get his instinct because taking damage and stuff like that.
yeah,
But Sleep literally showed Conra, don't sleep Made a
Yeah.
joke.
Yeah.
Not funny. Um, he showed that, like, hey, I don't mess with Conrad. This character is a beast, so watch out. So, you think
Yeah.
that had to do with the changes?
I don't know. I'm gonna be real though. Like even playing the character and even looking back, like he was broke. Like some of the stuff that he had and some of the options that he had, like on even on day one, like I would give anything just to play with it just for the day. You know what I mean? Like knowing what I know now, like I would love to go back for just a day. But
And just abuse
I don't.
everything?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It's crazy though. Like he had damage and like if he had had the stuff that he had going into season three, and they had only changed something like he got staggers and uh shadow pit, like that like he would be the cream of the crop right now. Absolutely.
God,
Um
I can't even imagine that.
yeah, that would be insane. Um but I don't know. And believe it or not, like despite like how hard he got hit, I think he's still really strong. I think I know this is kind of like a hot topic, right? Like everybody's like, oh, like he's bottom of the barrel, he's bottom three, whatever, bottom five. But I don't think he is. I don't think he's optimized probably as well as a lot of us could could do or could be better at. I think he has the potential to like really shut somebody down. You just gotta do it right. And I don't know. I think a lot of us are getting pretty close. You know.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you on that. And plus, you know, I've said this once before, and I'm gonna probably say it again on probably every single episode until someone tells me to shut the hell up. Um, there is an extent to a tier list. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I think Zip Master Flats, our good buddy Curtis, who who also lives in Texas, probably one of the best commentators that we have for this game. He came out with the tier list, and Con Ra was nowhere near the bottom.
Yeah.
I think he put Wolf.
I think Zip knows.
I think he put Wolf and Ram at the very very bottom. But if you read what he put at the bottom, can still beat your ass, which
Hmm.
I loved. But I still, but still, what it really comes down to is the player.
Yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely.
like I can probably pick, the probably the best character in the game, but I'm still gonna lose. What it really comes down to is the player. And now, for players that are picking Conrad, such such as yourself, that takes a lot of time. And
Yeah.
and if
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong, Conrad is probably one of the second hardest characters to learn.
I personally think that he's the hardest character to learn. There's
Okay,
so many different options. Yeah.
okay. And because you gotta learn like how to place your sand.
Yeah.
Like you pretty much have to bait out your opponent. Like you literally like have to get into the mind of your opponent. Of like
Yeah. 100%.
he's gonna do this, he's gonna do that. For me, I'm not that type of player. I'm not the one that's trying to read your mind, but
Yeah.
I am envying Conrad players right now, especially like the good ones. You know, you freaky freaky Jason, which I bumped
Shout
into
out to
him.
Jason. Yeah.
Yeah, hope I don't run into him ever again.
Yeah.
But if I
He's
do,
tough, man.
I'll still play him. But
Yeah.
it's like, good freaking lord! It's like you know what I'm doing, and then, like
Yeah.
honestly, like I really think that's the true power of Con Ra right
Yeah.
now. Is like I know what the hell you're gonna do.
Yeah.
So, speaking of the character, on the top of your head, three of the worst matchups that you can possibly think of for Conra.
Worst matchups for Conroe. Um, I'm probably going to get chastised for this, but probably Mira, Aganos, and I'm trying to think of the cast right now. Arya is pretty rough. Probably Arya.
Are
Eagle is real rough too, though.
Oh, Eagle. Well,
Eagle is super rough,
I mean,
super rough.
we've have been seeing, base playing Eagle, and then also our good buddy,
Oh, I've played it. Yeah,
all right, and then our good buddy, Dane, aka Wheels. Shout outs to
yeah,
Wheels, who got second place last night, which we'll talk about here in a little bit, and then also Trash Heavy, if I'm not mistaken, is
yeah.
playing.
Thrash Heavy also
Yeah,
plays.
Thrash. Thank you.
Actually, both of them are the players that I fought against in rivals. I went up against Dayton round one, and lost, and then I went up against Thrash Heavy and losers. Yeah, and they both played Eagle all the way
Oh
through, and it was
man.
a struggle.
So for you, knowing that with these characters that like Conrad has no chance, have you ever thought about switching, like picking up a second character, or are you just Conrad the whole entire way? Like, are you loyal to that character?
Um, well, it's never really been about loyalty because like when you really think about it, like I'm the last like Conra main. Like everybody else has a pocket, right?
Yeah, of course.
But it wasn't out of a decision to like not play another character, you know? It was never like I'm gonna play Conra because it's just like my goals were I want to develop this character and I want to be one of the best Conras. Like period. Like that was my goal. As I have to be one of the best Conras. Um, but the problem was is that I never really felt like I had fully developed the character. Like even in the last year, um, we found stuff actually with the help of base. I was at a tournament for I was at KITX just before like everybody got locked down on COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I was playing Nikki and I almost beat him. I was like, I feel like I was doing really well, and I missed the punish, and then I didn't kill him, and I got down from the stage, and then everybody was like, oh, GG's, like you did a really good job, blah blah blah, trying to keep me from being hard on myself, and Ken was like, you could have killed him, and I said what, and at at the time, like I thought I had figured out a lot of options, and he taught me that Conrad's max damaging opener was back heavy punch into Shadow Whirl, and like for whatever reason that stuck into my head, and it actually forced me to find a ton of new stuff for Conrad. I mean, with that pathway taken, and with some extra options, um, well, I kind of discovered that Conrad can kill you with max resources.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. But like with like the closing and starting to get closer to that kind of stuff, I've kind of decided recently, like I think it's time to like start like if I want to compete at this point because I've already done my job as a con rock player, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've found some stuff to like help get things going, and I'm sure that we're gonna find some more. Like who knows? Um, but I think it's time to you know pick a top tier. And ironically enough, I did used to play Arya, so I think that's probably what I'm gonna dip into now too. Conrad's not going anywhere,
Mm-hmm.
but basically, if I feel like if I'm struggling too much, then we're doing Arya.
Yeah.
Um, I have a couple other characters too that I might pull out from
that
time to time.
that we're probably gonna see in future online tournaments
Yeah, absolutely.
that we've been pretty much been blowing up ever since COVID happened,
Yeah,
and honestly I that's why I love seeing it. It's just KI is just erupting right now.
yeah,
And
it's insane. It's crazy.
possibly like probably like the best online tournaments period
Yeah,
because because of netcode, but it's not just our netcode that makes it, like a really good experience. It's a plus.
Yeah.
It is a plus, but it's just that the community that we're in,
Yeah.
and you know, and trust me, especially a guy coming from NorCal, I have Ricky Ortiz to deal with. I got John Choi to
Oh
deal
boy.
with. I
Yeah.
have Julio,
Yeah.
to deal with. I have all these cats to deal with, and then
Yeah.
you know, but with I kind of feel like you know, I'm no top tier player at all. I just consider myself just a player.
Yeah.
Like you guys come come at me with open arms. It's like, let me show you some shit for free.
Yeah.
That's what boggled my mind with the KI community. For instance, we'll take Sajam as an example.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably the best voice of any FGC commentator. Period. On best on the planet. I'm saying it right now. Sajam, come on the show one day. Um, first KI tournament was my first ever KI tournament was at NCR 2014.
Okay.
I had to go up against Grims. I had to go up against Gutter Magic, and this was before Sajamp got popular.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know who he was,
Yeah.
and I don't know if you don't know Amakaushi Nasser. He used to be a
Yeah.
Orchid
Yeah.
player. Yeah,
Hmm.
he I lost to him. That was my first match. And it was up on
Yeah.
stream, and he played Orchid really really differently. And like
Yeah. He did.
he'll start a combo, and all of a sudden he'll just throw me. I'm just going, what? Like who does that? And he kept doing it to me over and over and over again. But then when he cashes out, but if you guys have to deal with season one Orchid, she was literally
Oh my god.
50-50 on everybody, and she literally
Yeah.
had the best damage ender in the game. It
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
when was that when your KV meter was at level 4, it hurted.
Yeah.
If
Yeah. That
not,
shit. It
you were
definitely hurt.
dead. But
Yeah.
Awakashi literally took me under his wing, like after that tournament. So he sends me the losers, and then I fight off against 3 other people. Then I get to say jam,
Okay.
cripples me, cripples me. I was like, I do not want to play against another Wolf player ever fucking again.
Yeah. Wolf in season one was insane. Yeah.
It
He was so
was
cool.
dumb. He can kill you in one combo.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. So but what's really cool about the KI community was Sajam. After the match, we shook hands, say good games. In fact, if I would be in Sajam, I would have been in top A and got paid.
Oh yeah.
I would have been in top A and got paid. But Sajam like took a look at me. He goes, "You got 5 minutes?" I go, "Yeah." He literally showed me all the wolf bullshit.
Okay. That's cool.
Like literally just showed me everything, and then he goes, "This is gonna be negative DPL." I go, "Are you serious?" He goes, "Yes, it's a free hit."
Nice. I
Like
like that.
he literally sat down. Like you gotta remember, this was before Sajam got popular.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a lot of people that know Sajam, he's our commentator. He can commentate any freaking fighting game. I mean,
Yeah.
shit.
Absolutely. He
This
can.
guy
He's
could
really good
probably
at it.
commentate Sailor Moon fighting game for crying out loud and still
Yeah.
be godlike at it. But what a lot of people didn't know was he was hella good at every freaking game he's ever touched. And
Yeah.
and he was literally showing me like all the dumb shit, and then he goes, "Okay, you now you saw all the stupid shit. Just sit there, shadow counter it, and then it's a free get out of jail free card for you. Okay? I
Yeah.
want you." He goes, "I want you to practice that." And I go, "Okay." So shout outs to Sajam for that. All right, so Venom. on the show, we're gonna get into tournament schedules right now.
Okay.
Uh, Last night, we just had Killer Instinct in Insurrection, which is
Mhm.
Nikki's tournament. I forgot the total count of how many players that he had, but a really, really good turnout and a pretty good size pot too. I think
Okay.
I think it was losers finals. They were at like $700 or something like that. Then
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Nikki he said once we reach like uh no, excuse me. If he says if we reach 800, I'll put in another $100. So the pot grew to $900. By the time it got to grand finals, it got to $1,100.
That's crazy. That's so awesome.
I'm just like, holy shit. because
That's what I'm
he
talking about. That's
because
so
he
rad.
because once it got to, well, here's the icing on the cake though. He said, okay, if we get, they're at $1,000. He goes, if we get to 1,100, because apparently top eight was getting paid. He goes,
Oh yeah, yeah.
if we get to 1,100, I'll make sure top 16 gets paid.
Oh, okay, I see.
And that's what happened. Shout outs to Mirats, which is one of Nikki's subscribers. He donated majority of the pot, and also our good buddy Memphis. That is shit.
Oh, okay.
I think
Okay.
they donated over like 300, possibly $400 each that
That's what I'm
night.
talking about.
I'm just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
So technically, if somebody can correct me on that, top 16 hopefully got paid. If not, top eight got paid. It's like that's kind of like unheard of for an online tournament.
Yeah.
You know, especially like for our KI World Cup Tour tournament as well. So, um, there's one particular player in mind, and he's been on a raid of terror lately, as we all know. For those that don't know, we're talking about uh the Toad Specialist. As of right now, he is technically the best Rash player in the world. At first, it was Minzo at one point. Then it was our good old buddy Apats,
Yeah.
and now the hat is, actually, I shouldn't say hat because he's wearing a pirate hat with Rash. The torch was literally passed on to Alex V because has been on a tear.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, he really is. He's
so
actually on a tear right now. He's in grand finals of a tournament.
right now he is.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure is.
Jesus God. Um, in your perspective, I mean, we all dealt with Rash players before. It,
Mhm.
Let me ask you this one, Venom, if you don't mind me asking.
Mhm.
Why is Alice just dominating right now, and there's literally no one out there to stop him? So let's think about it. We technically have the best KI players in the world
Mhm.
going at it right now because points are on the line right now.
Yeah.
You have Base, you have
Yeah.
Dane Wheels, and then you have Nikki, who if he's not entering his tournaments, you have Nikki.
Yeah.
None of these players, I mean, yeah, they're finally putting in the work, but Alex is just running them over.
Yeah.
Why you think why is that?
Um I just also like real quick, like huge shout outs to Alex. But
Oh yeah,
Alex
Alex.
is Alex has been doing a ton of work, man. Like he's been at it for a while. He used to go by Opus Safari. I don't know if you've ever run into him on ranked.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, I ran to him on
but
my birthday.
oh yeah, yeah. But Alex has been playing. He's been playing for quite a while. I honestly I think it's kind of like his time. Like there was a time period where like where Nikki was just kind of dominant. You know, like
Oh
it was
yeah, what was it?
yeah
2018. Nikki was just every
yeah he
tournament
was just
that.
on a tear. Yeah, yeah, there was just no stopping him. It's kind of the I think it's kind of the same thing, right? Like, and I'm not knocking like Aphex or anything like that.
Yeah,
Um, but I think that um I think that Alex has really just sort of solidified a really solid game plan with enough footsies and enough gimmicks to really like get you questioning yourself on what you should be pressing. You know, he's pretty good about that. Also, like that, it's getting kind of scary because my boy Leo, he plays Rash as well,
hmm
and he is getting stronger every time I play that man. It's crazy. He plays other characters too. He's like dipping his feet into Arya and stuff. Sorry to out you, buddy, but yeah, he's dipping his feet into Arya, and it's scary, man. He also comes from Marvel, so he knows what's up.
yeah.
Um,
Rush will, like, honestly, like, for those that that have played Marvel and stuff like that,
yeah,
there's like two characters that really come to my mind that would be a perfect fit for that Marvel player who wants to get into Killer Instinct. My number one pick will be Arya because of her body's, because
yeah,
she'll have that assist command. That would be a really, really good fit. And then
yeah,
also would be Rash
yeah,
because to me, I think he's literally like the quickest character in the game
yeah. He's
by
pretty
far.
slick. Yeah.
And I said this, over 100 times. Literally, Rash has a get out of jail free card without spending any resources. And honestly, I think that's why he's like up there on the tier list. Like at
Yeah.
first, we did get excited when we saw Rash as a guest character to
Yeah, yeah.
premiere season 3. We were like, holy shit! Like, and on the top of my mind, I'm just like, is Battletoads coming back? That was literally like
Yeah.
the first thing that came to my mind.
Yeah,
But then,
same.
but then,
Yeah.
it was like you said that year. Nikki was on a tear with Full Gore and with Mira. But
Yeah.
then like Bass will win one tournament here and there, and then our good buddy Thompson will win a tournament here and there. But
Yeah.
it was literally Nikki's year that he was just on a tear. Like every tournament
Yeah.
that he went to, I think it was a Sep combo breaker, which he fell short. He fell short of because there was. I think that was the year that Valorats won, I believe.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah, maybe so.
yeah, I think so. And Dane got second place in that tournament with another
Yeah,
comeback
yeah,
of
yeah.
the century.
Yeah, that's right. I remember.
But yeah, Nikki was just on a tear that year. It was literally his year.
Yeah.
Like, and I guess like we were supposed to do like another KI World Cup, and then Brandon was working the kinks out, and then all of a sudden COVID happened, and then here we are right now. But what's really excited for me, not only to see like a new face on a tear,
Yeah.
it's just that like players. I mean, yeah, you're gonna get your typical of you're complaining. Oh, if you pick
Yeah.
Rash, you're gonna win. This game is stupid. Nerf this character. Like I actually put
Yeah,
my inside joke like this character needs to be nerfed ASAP, and then Keith
yeah.
responded to me. I didn't know I had no idea he was following me on Twitter. Shout outs to you, Keith. He said not anytime soon. That's what he replied to me when Alex was on a tear. So
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna play a little clip
Okay.
right here, really quick, and this is for those that did not watch the KI tournament last night. A lot of people are saying, I mean, people are calling this a boat. which to me, how is this a boat when it has handles and you don't ride it like a boat? The bike has been a huge, huge problem. I'm gonna play
Oh
this.
yeah.
I'm gonna play this crypt really, really quick. This was during grand finals, and I'm actually gonna talk about this particular match. This is between Alex V and our good old buddy Dayton, which is known as Wheels. Let's take a look at it.
Minion. Doesn't even need to click the chip.
He can call another one here, James. Wait a minute. Just be careful.
So I went in, just
Whoa.
patient. He was waiting for maybe to go for a big bad boot.
Whoa!
Got it! Look at this, the breaker! He's
Out of the air. The boat.
Why do you think I call it the best of all time? That is why right there. Oh God, I was like, oh my.
Minion.
Doesn't even need to click the chip.
Okay. Now, I know that here, let me switch the screen. There we go. Last night was really interesting because let me ask you this, Venom. Did you watch grand finals last night?
No, no, I did not.
Okay. So, um during and top 4 of winners, it was Alex V and Wheels going at it.
Mhm.
Wheels sent Alex V to losers.
Oh, okay.
So
I see.
Wheels had he had the upper hand.
Okay.
Now, and this happens a lot in tournaments. Alex V actually resetted on Dayton, but it was a hard reset. Like these guys
Oh,
were
okay.
tied up 2-2.
Yeah, I
And
would expect that. I
yeah,
could see that.
and then not only that, I guess something happened during their match, I think, like where Nikki got disconnected, so they had to replay a match. I mean, no, I mean
Oh, okay.
it wasn't really Nikki's fault. I guess like, sometimes, when you have the game on for too long, like for hours and hours and hours, like it starts, bugging out. They
Oh, yeah, yeah.
literally played a total of 10 games. Like
Oh, wow.
it
Okay.
was like the longest grand finals I have ever seen. But like, usually in grand finals, like I tend to fall asleep. But
Yeah,
for
yeah.
some stupid reason, this grand finals right here, I was just like on the edge of my seat, biting my freaking nails, going because it literally came down the wire between
Yeah.
these two, like every freaking match.
Yeah.
But um, I know that Wheels during the first set of of their first set before Alex resetted it, he did pick Cargos first, and then lost, and then Pit Eagle starting to win again, but then Alex V started to catch on, and then pretty much resetted, and then
Oh, yeah.
Wheels just stayed with Gargos the whole entire time, and it was literally a sluggish back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Like it was literally like 2-2 every single time. But at the end of the day, it's kind of like, you know, Alex V is going up against the final boss. Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
I am saying this. Dayton is literally the final boss of this game because no one can
Yeah.
play Gargos like he can. Period.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like discouraging to pick up the character. He's so good at it.
Yeah, exactly. But it, you know, coming from like, a player like you that's playing Conra, like Gargos is also one of those hard characters to pick up because
Yeah,
he is
absolutely.
he is that technically that zoning character.
Yeah. He's still on my radar, by the way.
Yeah, I don't blame you. So um, in your perspective, what could have Dayton done to beat Alex V? Because like I know that you didn't watch
Oh,
the
okay.
match, but it
Yeah.
was literally tied 2-2 and in danger on both players. I everybody, even James Chen said
Losing his mind. Yeah.
he was going ballistic while he was commentating. He said that
Oh, okay. Yeah.
he goes, I have never seen a grand finals ever in my life. And why is it in this game and it's online?
Yeah.
So, I mean, but honestly, Dayton, I mean, yeah, Dayton did win DreamHack, but
Yeah.
I would like to see Dayton either win a big major, possibly win Evo, which me and you we're going to talk about here in a little bit.
Okay.
What can Dayton do? I mean, he's literally tried everything. He
I
even tried picking Fulgore against Rash, and that still doesn't work.
Yeah, I actually I think Rash might have a slight like edge on that matchup.
Yeah.
Just simply because like he can just like up tongue into wrecking ball over a lot of his options. You know what I mean? Like,
And then
um,
plus he's got that, and then plus he has armor during Wrecking Ball, but only
yeah,
for like a
exactly.
certain amount of frames or something like that.
Yeah, it's like halfway through it,
Yeah.
basically. Um, but I'm really not sure. Like, in that case, like it's really down to one decision. You know, like when it comes to having both players be that close in skill and then also being that close like in a match, it's really it comes down to how well do you know that player and how often do you play against that player. I'm not too sure on how often they run into each other in brackets. But I know Dayton has trouble with Rash to the point to where I've seen him play Rash recently.
Oh.
Which yeah, which is I'll be honest with you, it was still pretty terrifying. Even though he wasn't as adept with him as he is with his other characters, it was still tough. Dayton's still miles ahead of me in that category. So I think it really at that point kind of comes down to familiarity, not necessarily with the matchup. Because if he got that close, then he knows enough about the matchup. Um, it's just like figuring out Alex.
Yeah, because like I said before, it really comes down to the player.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
Yeah,
when it, because like I've been watching a lot of online tournaments. Of course, I'm not watching the one that Alex V is doing right
yeah,
now because
yeah.
I had technically no idea about it, but you
I didn't
know,
know about it until like an hour before. They asked me. It was like at 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock. I got a message, and I didn't even see it until five. And they were
oh,
like, "Yeah, the
okay.
tournament's at 6:30," and I was like, "I can't do that."
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad that
Yeah.
you're able to make time to come on the show.
Oh,
And
absolutely, man. I'm
and
happy to be here.
yeah. Um, it really came down to like, just like you said, it really comes down like how well do you know Alex?
Yeah,
And honestly, I think that's really been the problem because I mean, yeah, Alex did play, like last year and like the year before, but
yeah,
he wasn't winning.
yeah. Well, that's the thing too is that I'm not even sure how long Alex has been signing up for brackets. Like I've seen him dip here and there. I feel like I saw his name a couple times as Opus Safari when he was like kind of starting out, but
Hmm.
Alex is a type of player that's also really hard on himself. So if I had to
Yeah.
guess, he probably was in a couple brackets, lost a couple times, and then kind of dipped out and then started playing. He obviously started playing some more music and then started playing ranked because I used to run into him in ranked all the time, and he's always been a demon. You know, it's just I think that somewhere along the way he got a little bit of a confidence boost, and then he started signing back up again, and I think that's when we started seeing him start to really That's why it kind of seemed like it was out of nowhere. Because not only was he Alex V all of a sudden, but he was also like winning pretty hard. You know,
Yeah,
what's
and
up, water? Sorry.
eh, no, you're good, man. Um, pretty much, you know, Alex, I believe this is the year of the Toad. Like he's literally
Yeah,
showing that Rash is literally on top of the food chain. But that not only that, now you have a big target on your back.
yeah, absolutely.
Pretty much. Like and number one, this guy has not won an Evo or I mean, yeah, we do have our KI World Cup,
Yeah,
qualifyings, which are pretty our majors right now due to COVID and stuff like that.
yeah.
Um, would would you believe would it be different if the say like if we didn't have COVID right now, we were still going to
Mhm,
like our majors, our locals and stuff like that. But it's the majors that we tend to go to.
mhm.
You think it would have been a different story if COVID didn't happen and we went to if we went to like our events and stuff like that?
I don't. You know, that's a good question. I
Million
think it
dollar
really
question,
depends.
baby. I'm laying it on you right now.
Yeah, you know, that's kind of a tough one. I don't doubt that performance would probably still be the same, but it's about this is the unfortunate truth, right? Is it's about whether or not people would show up.
It's
It's a
true.
little different whenever it's online as opposed to like trying to make a venture. Not to say that like it's always really easy to go because me personally, I had the opportunity to go to just a handful of majors. But um, I don't know. I don't doubt that the results would probably be the same. Um, but it really depend. It depends on whether or not they would be there.
Yeah, I mean, you nailed the answer right there cuz we wouldn't I say like if COVID didn't happen stuff like that, we wouldn't really know if Alex would still be on the terror or whatnot, or he'll just be
Yeah.
making awesome music, for the DMC stuff, which we'll also talk here in a few seconds. Um,
Okay.
so, we did talk about Nikki's tournament. Shout outs to Alex V for winning that tournament barely by a thread. I mean, a lot of people were going
I
for
don't.
Dayton, but Alex V came up on top, and then also in third place, Undead Gamer got third
Yeah.
place with Hisako. That guy has been grinding. He's
Yeah,
been
Undead is
grinding.
insanely good.
Yeah.
Insanely good. He teaches me stuff every time I play him, and I'm
Yeah,
like, you
it
know,
and what's funny, like when I first met him, when I was doing like giveaways and stuff like that, and like I know that he still watches me like on the down low and stuff like that, and he like, like how we have Whisper on Twitch. He's like, you're still one of my favorite KI streamers, and then like and also I bumped into him in Rick. Also, I see him with all these top 32 stars. I go, what the fuck happened?
yeah, yeah,
Like this fool
he's
has been
he's on it.
grinding.
He's
Oh
good. He's
God.
good. I don't know if you saw Forgotten Rivals or not, but the I really wish I had put money on it, but I swore up and down. I even because Undead is actually in my Discord, and I said, Cam, you got to beat Alex. I don't know what you. I don't know. I know you got it in you, but I just have this weird feeling it's gonna be grand finals, and it's gonna be you and Alex, and somebody's got to stop, and I need you to do it. He said, "Okay, I'll try," and he beat him.
Yeah, he did. In
Yeah, he
fact,
beat him.
I was in Forgotten Rivals. Thank you for the invite.
That's true.
I
You were
I
there.
I
I just
don't
didn't know if you
I
stuck
don't know
around.
why I was sent the the invite, but thank you for inviting me. In fact,
I will.
I did win my first match.
That's true. You did. That's true. You did.
I didn't care. After that, I was like, I don't even care anymore.
Yeah, I put you against an idol player. I'm sorry about that.
No, it was fine. Like I felt like I played this guy before, and then I was kind of like I'm not 100% sure, and and then like at first like I saw full gore, and because Crazy Fingers had full gore already. I guess like he was using them.
Oh, and he was probably laughing for her. Yeah.
Yeah, and then also I go, oh fuck, like I gotta deal with this nonsense, and I go, all right, whatever. I am gonna try my best, and then we picked our characters, and then also Idol pops in front of my face. I go, oh my, I'm about to kick him in the balls. But then I was like, you know what? I've been playing Avalo so much. Shout outs to
Oh yeah, yeah.
Avalo. Thank you. And I beat him consistently 3-0. And then after that, I didn't care anymore. I didn't
Yeah,
care.
yeah. Yeah, me and Colazzo, also shout outs to Colazzo,
Oh yeah,
because
hell
I'll be
yeah.
honest with you, like I ran the stream that day and I did the graphics and stuff like that, but Colazzo did almost every aspect of every bit of Rivals
Yeah,
outside of that. Like
Colosso.
he knocked it out of the park, man.
Yeah, Colosso was doing the commentary, and then also our good old Sadira player,
Calypso,
yeah,
yeah.
Calypso. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, shouts to him for sticking around the whole entire time.
Yeah, we ran a long event that night. I'm sorry. Thank you guys for sticking it out.
Yeah.
Palazzo was actually also running the bracket while doing commentary.
Oh,
He
geez.
was
So
helping.
he was
Yeah,
on
we
double
were both.
duty.
Yeah, we were both running the bracket and double dipping. Like he he really knocked it out of the park. I'm really proud
See,
of him.
that's dedication right there.
Yeah.
That's really dedication. I mean, you guys like ran a really really good tournament, Forgotten Rivals. Shout outs to Dead Gamer for taking out Alex V,
Yeah.
because when we saw those two in grand finals, we're like, oh, Alex V's gonna win this. All of a sudden, Undead Gamer pulls the upset, and we're like,
Yep.
but last night in losers finals, it was Alex V and Undead Gamer in losers finals. But then, Alex V was out for blood. He goes, oh, I get my run back.
Yeah.
So that didn't go too well for Undead Gamer, but Undead Gamer got like a pretty good chunk of that prize money though. So
That's good. That's good.
and he's going to be on the leaderboard pretty soon here once they update it on the
Okay.
ultraarcade.com if you guys want to go ahead
Cool
and
deal.
check that out. Um One other tournament that's going to be actually happening tomorrow is Sajam's tournament,
Mhm.
Lockout. Um, it is going to start at noon Pacific start time. If you guys don't know, Sajam is from Los Angeles, California. So make sure you guys adjust your times and stuff like that, just in case you guys live in different areas. Um, I will post the link for that tournament right now. Um, Sajam did have it capped at 128. Now he extended it
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
of a lot of players weren't able to sign up. Now Sajam's like, you know what? Let's make it 192 entrants. Now, as I look at the attendees, it's at 159 players right now.
That's so crazy. That's so crazy.
And
That's so
and
cool though.
for a tournament, that's free to
Yeah.
to join, and with the $1,000 pop prize as of right now. So I see some familiar faces. We got Element, which is also a Sako player.
Yeah.
Samuel D, FGC, and then of course we have Dayton in there.
Yeah.
Base, pretty much all of our good buddies. That's gonna be a really good tournament to go on. So if you guys have not registered, I'm gonna post it right now in the chat. So who are you gonna be able to play in that tournament tomorrow?
I'm not sure actually. I was kind of like taking uh I'm kind of like how do I put this? I'm kind of exhausted.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, but I was thinking about taking a day and Me and some buddies are gonna watch the Snyder Cut together.
Hmm.
So I may just take the day and just do that. I'm still signed up, I believe. I should still be. So I may actually show up and still play. It kind of depends on how I'm feeling tomorrow, I'll be honest with you. It is
Okay.
going to be super hyped though. I'm super excited.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine if that thing was already like jam full just to watch it. 192 players just going at it
Yeah,
for tomorrow.
it's
I'm just
it's
like,
gonna be crazy.
Jesus. So, Say Jam's tournament lockout is going to be happening tomorrow. What a way to call a tournament lockout. You don't want to be the receiving end on that one. All right. One final topic on tournaments do I really want to talk about. This past week, I don't know if you guys have heard. I know that this is not Killer Instinct related, it but I did see a picture on that tweet, which was really funny to me. Um, we during this past week, Sony bought Evo.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
mean that's like really big news. And then I'm gonna rewind it here. Those that don't know, Mr. Wizard is no longer part with Evo. Um,
yeah,
due to unfortunate events, which I'm not gonna talk about. On of all the shit that I've talked to about Mr. Wizard and stuff like that, and and then now that happened, and then I already gave my gripe on my stream about it because here was the thing. Like I know like a lot of people didn't like Killer Instinct at Evo for some stupid reason. And then also people are saying, "Oh, Combo Breaker is our Evo." But Rick
yeah.
has always stated that like Combo Breaker would never be Evo. Combo Breaker is Combo Breaker, and Evo is gonna be Evo. So it, but don't get me wrong. Um, you know, Combo Breaker really brings us all together. Like that. That's our big tournament. Um, what do you think? What do you think about Sony buying Evo? What do you think about that?
I'll be honest with you. There's only two things there's only one thing I'm actually concerned about, but there's two big things that I see as a takeaway for it is
Mm-hmm.
one is prize pools, right?
Yeah.
Um, like there's no way Sony I'm actually friends with a couple of the NRS guys. I do a couple of graphics and stuff for Diddle. I don't know if you've ever
Oh
seen
yeah,
him
Diddle.
play. Yeah,
Mr.
yeah. I
Diddles,
do.
come on the show.
Oh, not Mr. Diddles.
Oh, okay.
Like there's an NRS player called like named Diddle. It's like
Oh,
oh
okay.
Diddle.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay. I'm thinking about the wrong
yeah,
person. I'm sorry.
yeah,
Continue.
yeah. It happens a lot. It's okay. Diddle should be on the show though. I'll yell at him and make. He's a good buddy of mine too. I'll make him get on the show. I got you. Um, but no, I was like I'm also friends with Tweety, um, the NRS player. He's a Garrus player, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he has been destroying ESL lately.
Ooh,
And yeah, yeah,
that's a big For those that
yeah.
don't
It's
know,
it.
the ESL is like an esports. Do they still do King of the Hill over there, or
I'm not sure if they're still doing King of the Hills, but I know PlayStation has ESL running their
yeah,
events, and they're pretty top
yeah,
notch.
they're
They're
pretty
pretty
big
cool.
over there. Okay,
Yeah,
continue.
and they've got like a invitational. What is it? Oh, We Play is what it's called. That's the big one right now. Um, and that's also sponsored by Sony. So if I had to guess, they're really going to be like dipping into like bigger prize pots and more production value for like more online stuff
Mm-hmm.
because the online stuff can definitely like be a thing to run along with offline tournaments. But that could potentially mean bigger prize pots for us, you know. But the other big thing that this is the only thing that I'm really worried about is the type of people they have running events. You know, Tweety says that ESL and stuff has ran pretty well, and hopefully they kind of like continue that trend. Um, but that's the only thing that really concerns me. You know what I mean? Like we have a lot of like grassroots people that are we're like us. We're already doing stuff like this. We're already running tournaments. Like, are they not gonna like try and reach out to us, or are they just gonna try and like run it through in house? Or I don't know. I would like for them to reach out more to us for it. I don't know if they're gonna like. I assume that they'll still have the availability of running stuff like KI and Skullgirls and stuff that's not an actual like Sony game, you know. Um, so I don't know. I definitely wouldn't count us out for one, but I would like for them to dip more into us when it comes to community that's involved with the game.
Yeah, I mean, like I couldn't agree with you even more on that. You know, um, the the only thing that's gonna worry for me, I don't know if it's gonna affect the rest of you. The the
Yeah,
the thing that's really gonna worry me is the money issue.
yeah,
Like you said, like yeah, we might get bigger prize money and stuff like that, but think about like our entry fees and stuff like that. It's like
oh
I
yeah,
know that like Sony, they're a multi-billion dollar corporation, but it. I mean, like Evo was fine the way that it was. It was ran by FGC people.
yeah,
The people that we know. Our good buddy Rotendo. Shout out to
yeah,
Rotendo. Come on the show one day, dude. I have you on my radar. Um, that's the thing that scares me the most. It's like, like Evo is already expensive enough, but
yeah,
I get it. I get it. I mean, look at the venue. Look where we're at. We're in Vegas for crying out loud. And then
yeah,
finally,
yeah,
like we're playing like in an arena. Like I wish one day, at KI we'll get a spot inside that arena. One day. I just
yeah,
want one day. That's all I want. But that's one thing that's really gonna scare me is just that like, I think it was like what $50 just for the venue fee. Like I'm just scared that like it might go up 100 or like maybe 150 because it's Sony and it's like well
yeah,
we have to do this we gotta go by this protocol blah 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 and I'm just like oh my god um we won't know until it actually happens.
yeah, yeah. Of course, yeah,
But the thing that really scared me was like, oh great, like we're not gonna see Killer Instinct. But when Sony made their post, they showed the Evo emblem, and
yeah,
it showed Ryu,
yeah,
Radna from BlazBlue, but then like I looked on the left, I go, Saberwolf?
yeah. That is Saberwolf
So I
on
was
that
like
card.
so I was like, so there is hope, but
Yeah.
we don't
Unfortunately, I think it might have been a reused graphic, but I'm
yeah.
hoping. You know what I mean? I'm hoping that means
Yeah,
something.
yeah. I really does it. I really hope it does mean something because last year before it got canceled, before this whole ballistic news went
Yeah.
all over in the internet, we were literally on top of the card for
Oh my God.
online.
Yeah.
We
Yeah. We were about to kill it.
we
It was
were
blood in the water too, man.
dude. We were like everybody signed up, everybody signed up. Like
Yeah.
we were beating like every freaking game.
I was about to sign up my wife.
Yeah, I'll spend the extra money. Okay, okay, just to be ahead of the other games.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like we were right there, and all of a sudden that happened. So I'm not gonna talk about that. So Venom, there's a new segment that I like to add on the show.
Okay.
This is pretty much called Rocket, Sell It, or hell no. Rocket
Okay.
means that you like it, so you're gonna keep it. Sell it,
Okay.
You kind of like it, but I could probably make money off of this, okay? And
Okay.
then hell no, we're just not gonna fuck with it, okay?
Okay. All right.
Since this is a this is a fighting game um stream, the best things that we use are arcade sticks or pads.
Right.
But sometimes we like to add some personality to them. Some, not all of them, but some. Do you play on pad or arcade stick?
I play on a stick.
Okay, cool. So this is gonna be right up your alley. Okay,
Okay,
so
but
stick number one, the former when this got presentation to the Killer Instinct,
oh, the
2000.
Aatrox.
I think this was back in 2015 at
Hmm.
Evo when the Aatrox was coming to the Xbox One.
Hmm.
Um, Probably one of my favorite sticks that I personally own, but I wish I owned that one, not the second one. Uh, you Venom. We'll start with you. We're gonna start off with you. You gonna rock it, sell it, or hell no?
Uh, I'd probably sell it. To be honest with you,
Okay, yeah,
I heard the Aatrox was kind of like, eh. I've never had one, but I have a buddy that has one. And he seems to like his. I do like the like padded thing on the like the interior.
yeah,
And I do like the art, but if I had the opportunity, I would definitely pick the original KI DE2.
yeah. Of course. For me, I agree with you. I'm gonna sell it. Because honestly, like if you literally had this original stick, I guess there was only 200 made.
Oh, okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Yeah, I'm gonna sell it. I'm probably gonna make 500 bucks.
Yeah.
All right, stick number two,
Okay.
the original Mad Catz TE2 Killer Instinct Edition. Now, when this stick first came out, I was blown away. Not just because it had Killer Instinct on it, but
Yeah, yeah.
this was the first arcade stick to come out for the next gen console.
For the next gen, yeah, yeah.
That literally flipped my mind. And then Mad Catz, Mark Man when he was with Mad Catz at the time, um,
Yeah.
don't come on the show. I have my reasons. Um, I love this stick. I actually own two of these guys. One was custom, and one I just left alone. Um,
Yeah.
Venom, start with you. What are you gonna do with that?
I'm gonna rock the hell out of it. I have the TE2. That's like the one that came out immediately after this. It's not the KI version of it.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, a buddy of mine actually that I did stick art for. He has this model, and this was the first thing that I ever got to touch Killer Instinct on, and I wanted it so bad. I still to this day I have almost the exact same stick, and I still to this day want the stick so bad. Um, for two things, and it's the side panels and the LED board out
Oh
of it.
yeah.
The side panels are so nice. I love the side panels. They're like a uh
It's like a translucent side panel.
yeah, yeah, and it has like a venomy kind of feel to it with it's like the black. I was like, oh man. One day I'm gonna be able to buy an LED board off somebody.
Talk to me after the show.
Okay, bet.
I I actually I'm looking at an extra one right now. It's not that far away from me. But yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna rock it. I love this stick, and it. I mean, for back then, $200 you couldn't go wrong with it.
Yeah, absolutely
And,
not.
and
Absolutely
plus
not.
and plus, I modded the shit out of this stick. Like I actually took
Yeah.
out the original PCB board. That's when the Universal. Actually, no, the Crossbone came out for this stick.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about. Yeah.
that was literally like the first mod you could have ever done to this, and then the Universal 5 board
I
came
forgot
out,
about that. Yeah.
and then the I totally forgot his name. The modder, he's on the tip of my tongue. Jason. He came out with the
Okay.
PCB to make it a lot more easier.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Jason making money on this stick and on all other sticks to make the Universal Fight Board compatible. That man
Yeah.
has done a lot of work, and unfortunately, he doesn't do any modding anymore. And I hope he's doing well. I miss him. All right, Venom. Last but not least, bam. This is right up your alley.
Okay, okay.
All right, the
Oh my lord.
the
That's a
ori-
beautiful stick.
the original tournament edition stick. Now, me personally, I
Hmm.
actually love this stick
Yeah.
because,
I've
like,
had several.
because back then, Mad Cats, they were watching these sticks, but pretty much just like the TE2, literally almost impossible to get. But then I was
Yeah.
able
Yeah.
to get the restock and find it at my local Game Freaks. If you guys don't remember that store.
Oh, okay,
It
yeah, yeah.
used to be a Hollywood gaming store that's literally connected to it. Pretty much
Oh, okay.
beat out GameStop in my opinion. They had one in
Yeah,
stock,
yeah.
and I totally love this stick. All right, Venom, we're gonna start with you. What are you gonna do?
I'm rocking the hell out of this. This is tough for me. This is so hard for me because like I love fight sticks, right? Like I have two. I've had probably six or seven. Like I love sticks.
Okay.
To the point to where like I'll gut them and then rebuild them and then I'll give them away to friends or I'll keep them. I have sort of a similar, actually a pretty similar stick to this. I have a TE2 that I painted black and white. But the stick art on it is it's like a bunch of paper mache, like comics that all have Venom featured in them.
Mm.
Um, but I do like this a lot. I like the flat, like clean look with the black and white. Um, but man, it's hard for me to be like I don't want this stick because I think they're all pretty sick. Like every stick is pretty neat.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree with you. The I'm kind of. Oh god, this one's kind of hard for me. Um, I'm gonna say Rocket. Like
Yeah,
I'm still a big fan of the original TE. And then
yeah.
you can't say no to Venom. Venom is my second favorite Marvel character to ever walk this earth. So, and this was way before the movie came out. So I've been liking
Oh
him
yeah,
since
yeah,
I was a child.
yeah.
And actually, I still have the original two comic books of him versus Spider-Man. So
Nice. Okay.
yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna rock that. All right. Let's see. Looking at the time. Oh yes. Um, there is one tournament that happened last month, Venom. This was
Mhm.
pretty much me personally watching is literally like the tournament of the year for me so far. I mean, you couldn't top the production, but really what really took my breath away was the time and energy that this team has put the energy and time to make sure that this tournament ran flawless
Yeah,
and you're an artist yourself, perfection. You couldn't run this any better. I'm talking about the guys at DMC. They ran
yeah.
the 3v3, which you were a part of.
Hmm.
I want to talk to you about that tournament for sake.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
the teams were already good. It was it was literally hard to pick somebody. It was
Yeah.
really hard to pick a team to win. But I had to go with my buddy Venito because we're Jago mains, and
Of course. Yeah. I understand.
he took me under his wing and actually became a better Jago because of him. Shout
Yeah.
outs to Venito, which we had last week here on the show. little
Yeah.
cute little raccoon. But he his team was in grand finals, and then your team was in grand finals. Now, if
Yeah.
now you these guys came up with a ruling.
Hmm.
This was called Last Breath. I mean, whoever came out with the ruling, Devil, Charbuck, Fireliger, Keith, whoever came out with that ruling, um, amazing ruling.
It's actually been used before in other like 3v3
Oh,
like team
okay.
events.
Oh,
It
okay,
was
okay.
just borrowed. Yeah, it was renamed Last Breath.
Oh, okay, okay.
Um, Still super sick though.
Yes.
Love it.
Yeah, I love that rolling. I literally wish that was in every tournament, but then it wouldn't be fun. But in this particular tournament, you guys used your last breath during grand finals, which was the smartest decision ever,
Yeah,
because
maybe.
you guys were pretty much mauling through your side of the bracket.
Yeah.
Now, um, Now it literally came down to I your guys' team captain. I'm trying
Leo Sensei.
Leo Sensei, thank you. Leo,
Yeah.
come on the show. It literally came down to the team captains during grand finals, and then Leo Sensei lost. Now you guys are
Hmm.
able to use your last breath. Leo was trying to decide who was gonna be put in. You
Hmm.
literally said, "Put me in. I can do this. Let me get in there and whoop this little raccoon's ass."
It well, it was a little. It went slightly different than that actually.
Oh, okay. I was just trying to over
Uh,
exaggerate
oh
it.
no! You're pretty close though. You're pretty close. But the original plan actually was for Leo to stay out there. Like we had
Okay.
that planned before we even started the set for grand finals. Was if Leo was last and that's if that's where we ended up, that he was just going to stay out there for a fourth game.
Okay.
And that, for something in him that night, just last second, Devil had actually was getting ready to leave the call to go tell them like who was coming out.
Oh, okay.
And Leo was, it was sort of like a unless situation, you know? And I was like, I could do that. I could do that. I could absolutely do. I could steal this away from this man. And like, I guess Devil heard it as he was leaving the call. Um, which is funny because like Leo, like Devil's like, all right, Leo's coming out, and he left, and all of a sudden, you hear Leo go like, wait, and then Devil came back and was like, what's up? And that's when we were like, we're sending out Venom.
Oh my god,
And
devil with the ears, man.
yeah, he caught it real quick. He had to have caught it on like the last syllable, you know, because he came back and was like, "What? What's that?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can do it. Like, send me out." And
Nice.
yeah, it was a super close call. Yeah, Leo in the chat. Yeah, it was super close. It was I don't know, man. It was something in me. I was just like, I can kick that little thing clear across the screen, like put me up in there. And I swear I was close. I
No,
swear I was close.
I watched the whole entire tournament with Captain Aham. We were inside Discord and we were
Oh,
watching the
okay, yeah.
whole entire thing, and we were like, "Wow, I
Let me
can't."
tell you though that I was on call with Leo and Balls, and there was
Yeah, you guys were.
in between. Yeah, we were on call together all at the same time, but in between matches, I like would mute myself, right, so that
Hmm.
like I could focus and I didn't have anything extra in my ears,
Yeah.
and I would unmute myself and be like, "Don't jump at me."
Oh my god.
And then I would mute back and get back in, you know?
Nice. Yeah. Um. Then pretty well known for, and he warned everybody before the tournament
Yeah.
started, like a month before the tournament started, when when the players were being selected. He literally said, "Don't jump at me." He told
Yeah.
everybody, "Don't jump at me." But
That's a bet.
but I think Katana Prime really took the
Oh my god,
tournament
yeah.
from me because he literally said a month before the tournament saying, "I'm gonna dash in and I'm gonna DP." What
Yeah.
happened? He
Round
dashed in
one.
and DP'd, and that player got hit. I mean, I don't know
Was
who.
Reddy even off the screen yet? I feel like he might have cheated somehow and got a
I,
DP input out before the round
oh
started.
my god! It was like honestly, that was that was the second highlight of that tournament for me because it was too funny.
Yeah,
It
it was
had to
so
been
good.
clipped. But literally, you and Veneno literally stole the show
Man, I
to
was trying.
me. Um, now after the grand finals, after a close grand finals between you two, you guys did a first to 20,
We did, yeah.
and you specifically did you do the artwork for your guys' first to
Yeah.
20? Okay.
Yeah.
You
I did the
literally
graphic,
put
yeah.
Fulgore as his character. Was
Yeah.
because obviously Veneno beat you with Fulgore.
Mhm.
Little do people know Jago is his main character. We'll talk about that here in a minute because I have something to announce before we go. Um, you know, Veneno was a Jago main, but of course he pits Fulgore because of the matchup with
Yeah.
Conrad.
Smart.
Yeah, very 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 smart, and he's been grinding with Fulgore for a pretty good while now, pretty much
Yeah.
for the tournament.
Yeah. I had actually went into the set with that intention.
Okay.
Like not even the first to 20 in grand finals.
Yeah,
Like
in grand
I
finals,
I,
yes.
I knew the moment that I beat him with Jago that he was gonna have to swap. Um I actually have a full gore myself. So I was pretty confident that I could lock him down. Um but Veneno unfortunately has proved time and time again that it's tough to get him to adapt, or not adapt, but it's tough to get him to crack because he's going to put all the pressure on you if you're not careful.
Well, there were a couple instances because I did watch the first to 20
Mhm.
when you guys had it. But you guys had a you guys literally had a stipulation with that first to 20
Mhm.
in terms of the money that was going into it. It wasn't technically going towards you guys. It wasn't going towards the winner.
Yeah,
Technically, it kind of did, but it was technically going to something else. It wasn't
yeah.
going towards like, oh, this is going to my pocket.
Yeah. We wanted, we agreed real early on. We wanted to do something that was going to not benefit us as players
Mm-hmm.
or line our pockets, but it was something that we could generate for the community.
Mm-hmm.
We had no idea that people were going to start wanting to put it into the add to a pot. It was just something that we just decided to slap together. I squeezed a little bit of time in to put a graphic together so that we could kind of like make it an event. And then actually the night before, I don't know if you saw or not, but Veneno actually has like a new overlay set and stuff like that. And I
Mm-hmm.
actually pushed the night before to do that for him so that he could try and have it ready. Um, I really wanted it to kind of be like a Kickstarter of like some other stuff, like some other events. Like I knew you guys had the Jago thing coming up, and
Mm-hmm.
like like I have so many people like helping me do things for events that like I want to do that for you guys too.
Yeah.
That's it's really important to me.
Yeah, and then we like me and Veneno like we've been talking about this for like a good while.
Yeah,
Like it was kind of like his dream to have a Jago only tournament, but he just didn't have somebody to do it with. And then one day on Discord, I was like yeah, that would actually be fun. I was like, yeah, I'll run the shit out of that. And then that's when
Yeah.
we really started to talk. And then of course, with your help, giving us that flyer, that really set the bar for us. So thanks Venom for making that
Of course,
flyer
man. I'm happy to do it.
on a short period of time. To
And
me,
I know it seems kind of sappy, but like you guys also like kind of like that's my job too now, like you guys help provide for me in a sense. Like I ordered dinner that night. Um and I get to do that and get to help you guys. It's nice. I enjoy it a lot.
yeah. For people, yeah, you also do overlays and stuff like that. We did
Yeah.
see Venenos, which to me was an amazing job. Very, very well detailed, pretty much to its perfectionness. Just an artist like yourself, you want everything to be perfect.
Yeah.
And I mean, to me that was like a 10 out of 10, dude.
Thank you. Thank you. I worked really hard on it. The raccoon actually that I drew for it was something that I had drawn already. It was a rocket raccoon. It was a piece that I originally worked on paper, and I guess I got hit with a DMCA from Disney recently, and they told me I couldn't sell prints of it. So I said, "That's fine. I'll turn it into something else." And it became, I don't know, I think it came out really good. It gives him a little extra edge. He just kind of looks tough. I like it.
Yeah, and something else I also want to talk about. I don't know if you've been noticing this on Twitch, but I've been seeing this a lot. I've been seeing a lot of VTubers
Yeah,
playing Killer
yeah,
Instinct,
absolutely.
now. You think uh Veneno had something to do with that, or you think it's just the game itself?
Um, it could it could be a little bit of both. I kind of feel like VTubers are kind of like becoming a thing. It seems sort of like the technology is developing pretty quickly. I'm not sure though. I'm not really well versed in it. I just know um I've worked with Vedano on trying to make sure that his stuff like fits for him and stuff too.
Yeah.
But aside from that, I'm really not sure. I would like to say that like especially for KI that it's probably at least a little bit more welcoming. There's a Japanese player to Unity.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard.
Uh yeah, yeah.
Thunder player, right?
Yeah, Thunder and Conra actually.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, Japanese Conra player, huh? Oh boy.
Oh God.
um but I think that's probably from what I understand, that's kind of like a norm for them. It is to have a VTuber. So
Yeah.
maybe it's a little bit of that, and like, well, obviously we have our own raccoon that I'm sure inspires many people to do the same. Um,
Yeah, cause I
I
think I've seen we got Veneno as the raccoon who lives in a
yeah,
dumpster, somewhere in Georgia. I can't pinpoint the location because I guess he doesn't sit in one spot. He's always moving around.
true,
Um,
yeah, yeah,
but I've also seen like a fox and there was another one. It was a it was a girl, but I didn't really catch what she was. But I know that she was a
oh,
VTuber, but I couldn't catch
okay,
what she was. So I was kind of like, oh, okay, this is th- to me. Like I like seeing new things, and I think
mhm,
Veneno and the other guys are doing a really good job.
yeah,
It's I Veneno is like one of those players that like he's already experienced. Like
yeah,
he knows, like he understands the game, And then
Yeah.
what I like about the Fox player, he's actually learning. Like when I saw him stream the other day, he was actually showcasing Matt's assist me videos for Killer Instinct,
Oh, okay.
and then he'll pause it and then he'll explain it, and
Oh, okay.
I'm just
Interesting.
like,
Hey,
whoa.
that's cool.
And then the next day he started playing Killer Instinct. And
Huh.
he's actually getting pretty good. Like
Okay.
he was actually giving me trouble because
Okay.
he was like, hey, play me in a set. I was like, oh, okay. I go, do you want me to go easy or go hard on you? He goes, oh, go ahead and go hard. But when he put me in a corner because he was using an Omen, and I was like, oh, okay, I got this. I'm going. He knows Omen corner combos.
Oh boy.
I'm
Oh
just going,
yeah.
oh shit. Yeah, he was giving me trouble. So, shout outs to all the new players, and then VTubers as well. Should we call them VTubers because they're not really streaming on YouTube? Should are they?
I think it still counts.
Do you think it still counts?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, all right. We'll just go with that. Shoot, and then so we already talked about the tournament lineups and stuff like that, and then we also talked about Evo, which was bought out by Sony.
Hmm.
How much? Oh, we got 20 more minutes. So
V streamers. Okay.
V
I've seen
streamers, thank you.
that's
Whoever
probably
said
more accurate.
whoever said that in chat, Veneno, thank you for correcting me. I just want to showcase this tournament that me and Veneno are gonna be doing here in a little bit. I'm just gonna play just a small clip really quick.
How's it going, everybody? I am here to proudly announce the Jago Army Character Lock Tournament be taking place on April 17th at 3 p.m. Pacific Start Time. It is an open bracket, so if you're a Jago main or you have a Jago, definitely join in. It will be hosted by ShadowVirus916 and myself. The pot bonus will start at $300 for top 3 winners. And of course, the links for the signups and match arena donations will be above. Be sure to follow twitch.tv/virus916. With so many Jagos out there, I'd love to see them all duke it out to see which is the best. Hope to see everyone there.
I can't with him. Oh god, those arms get me the whole entire time. Oh my god. So yeah, me and Venito we're doing we're doing a Jago only tournament called the Jago Army. It's been kind of like a dream of his to do. So I'm teaming up with him. It's gonna be on April 17th at 3 p.m. Pacific Start Time. It is an open bracket, and I think the last time we checked, we got 16 players already.
Nice. Okay.
And there's 2 people that I'm scared of. I'm not entering the tournament because
Okay.
I don't for me I don't enter tournaments and run them at the same time. I want to make sure everything is running smoothly. So I'll let my little raccoon friend play for me.
There you go.
So there are 2 people in my mind that I saw, and I go, great, here we go. One is our good buddy Base.
Nice. I like to see it.
He's literally like, you give him a character, he'll freaking learn it.
Yeah, he really will.
He would grind that character to the ground.
I was terrified when he was playing Aria.
So, he's one threat, and then probably the biggest threat of them all. And the minute he heard, and I already saw the tweet, I really think he's gonna set a nuke on April 17th.
Oh
And
boy.
and that's the mad scientist himself, which I gave him that name. Crazy Nate.
Nate, yeah, I was gonna say.
So yeah, I mean we already got and then oh and how can I forget the third one? Um the Chronicle.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
So yeah, I mean I already can see those guys putting in newts already in that tournament. So, and then also I want to give a shout outs to my good old boss, Chris from Ultimate Source. Even though my contract expired, but I still rock the black and white regardless, and probably might sign something here pretty soon. I don't know yet. I'm still talking to Chris about it. But he did give us color 11 Jago codes for the
Nice.
tournament.
Okay.
So me and Veneno were planning on doing something for that stream. So it's the codes are not just going to to the top players that place
Yeah, yeah.
high in the tournament, but they're also going to our viewers.
Nice. I
So
like it.
it's kind of like what you did for Forgotten Rivals, but
Yeah,
instead
yeah.
of like you having um multiple characters. We just have the Jago Color
The
11.
Jago, yeah.
Yeah, so shouts to Chris from Ultimate Source. And is there a tournament you're gonna be doing here pretty soon?
Yeah, there might be. Might be. I might be bringing an old format back.
Okay.
I might be bringing a very interesting format back. I'm trying to make it pretty big. I'm not gonna lie. I want this to really be.
Here, I got you. I got you. Here we go. Ho! I got you on. Oh Jesus. Oh man. So you're you're pretty much gonna make so say like me you play, right? So you have to play Jago and I have to play Conra. Oh hell no. Oh. Oh, I am so sorry, you guys. Yeah, I put it towards the other screen, and I guess they couldn't hear you.
Oh, did it mute me?
Yeah, I forgot to set that. Here, I can fix that right now.
Can you guys still hear me now?
I believe that they can hear you.
Okay, but sorry. So to reassert my spiel, it is indeed single elimination. So there's no losers bracket. You're gonna be locked into a character. We're gonna get you situated like real early on. So like we're gonna, since it's only 16 men in the bracket or women, we're gonna try and make sure that you know ahead of time who you're playing against and who that, because when you sign up, you have to lock to a character, right? You have to sign up with what character you want to put as quote unquote your main. And what that's going to do is it's going to lock the other person into playing that character until grand finals. So then in grand finals, you're going to run a first to seven with each other's main, and then at the end, you get to do a little last breath mechanic, and you get to play your character that you selected, and you get an opportunity to run it all back.
God. Oh man, I'm so glad I'm not playing this tournament. Oh man, but you know what? I actually like that idea. To
Yeah, I think it's
to
going to be really fun.
to be honest with you, I mean, uh, guys, if you guys are interested, in this tournament, I'm gonna leave all the info here in the chat. I mean, it is a really good idea because, there are some people, and I am guilty of this too. I'm pretty much, a character loyalist at heart. I have Jago, and then I also have Shadow Jago. I am so loyal
Yeah,
to those characters, but this day and age, you literally have to pick a certain character to beat a certain character.
yeah,
But not
exactly.
not only that, you have to beat that player.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
And I think this is why this is kind of like interesting too, is because it like think about it like this, like real early on in a bracket when you play a character or you have a player like base or like undead that play like five or six characters, right? Like you could potentially select quote unquote like Hisako, for example, and then you could play with your opponent's main. Like you could almost decide a counter pick real late in the game because if you make it to grand finals, then you could force that person to play this character that they're terrible with, that they struggle with. You know what I mean?
mhm.
So you kind of have an opportunity to kind of like pick and choose like what matchups you think are going to be tougher to play and what players you might think be tougher to play against. I think it's a really cool format. It's nothing like we're going to solidify just yet. This is really kind of a test bed. We're not going to have like a challenge bracket or anything like that. It's going to be straight up like through me and Colazo. We're going to seed you. We're going to place you. We're going to put you in play. We're going to have a nice little graphic and like a little reel. It's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be really fun. We're going to work really hard on it. Um, and we're gonna see with this one like what works and what doesn't. A couple of spots in the bracket are actually going to be reserved for players that we think would be more interesting to see, and then try and let everybody else fill the bracket themselves. And then if we struggle to fill the bracket, then we can keep reaching out. I've kind of worked with a similar format before, but on a much more casual level. And I think this is the way to like do it and make it interesting and try and keep tabs on like who's playing what and make sure there's no like full on collusion on like I'm just gonna pick this character because this is quote unquote my main, you know.
Okay.
I think it'd be really cool. I think it'd be really fun. And if it doesn't work, then like screw it. Like I'll come up with something else, you know.
Yep. I mean, honestly, it's something new, and I would love to see it. And
Yeah.
it's kind of like, I say like, I go up against somebody, and then I have to pick Isako. I'm gonna be like, fuck.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And to note too, this was originally Devil's idea for me to run an event. So this sort of like stems from something that he sort of came up with to like kind of help me boost my stream a long time ago. Like I was doing stuff with this for like a year, or like I was trying to get like exhibitions set up, and you know. But I think if this one is successful, I'll do a full tournament circuit, and we'll start putting money into the pot like real early on, and we'll do something grand out of it. It'll be
Nice.
something really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Speaking of Devil, He announced pretty much like a little over 2 weeks ago that
Mhm.
you're now an official member to the DMC um, staff group,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
which everybody knows that DMC ran the 3v3. It was ran by our good buddy Devil May Care with Charbuck, Fire Liger, and then Hi, I'm Keith, and then also Devil's Girlfriend, who does wonderful art
yeah, Raquel.
yeah, Raquel. Shout outs to her, and I know that she's really really busy. What started that?
Well, truth be told, I worked on this one. I did a couple of the logos. I did actually a logo from the previous one as well.
Oh, okay, cool.
Um, yeah, yeah, I'm sort of like Keith's like spot, you know. I don't. It's hard to explain. Like, I'm Keith is my boss technically, which is kind of strange. But he's pretty cool. He's gonna take care of me. But Devil originally asked me to work on a piece that was Marvel inspired, you know, for the 3v3. And I had previously been a player in a couple of the 3v3s, which this actually does. I don't know if anybody has put this together or not, but this does solidify that I am not going to be playing in any more 3v3s.
Mm.
Um, Veneno, Veneno took that from me. You know, I just wanted to win one time. You know, just one solid time before I said this is gonna be my last 3v3.
He
But
ruined it for you.
yeah, you ruined it, man. You couldn't just throw one game. You know. I worked on that. Actually, the GIF. I don't know if you saw it or not a couple times, but I basically redrew Devil and Nikki as Ryu and Cyclops.
Yeah, I saw
Um,
that.
yeah, yeah, and let me tell you, it was hard. It was really
Oh
hard.
God.
I worked so hard on that. I, I don't know if you're aware or not, but I come from comics. I was working on a couple of like really small books, um, in like 2012, 2013, right around the time KI came out, and I sort of fell out of it, and I kind of like I put the pencil down. You know, I had a lot going on, and I just kind of like let it rock. You know, I just kind of started working and stuff more. And when I did, uh, like when I did was doing comics, that was what I did was just pencils. That's that. I don't know if you're aware of how like the quote unquote assembly line works
Hmm.
with comics, but what like there's you have an editor, you have a colorist, you have an inker, you have a penciler, and you have a writer.
Yep.
And basically, what the writer does is obviously writes the stories. It usually does also is coupled with storyboarding, and you have your editor, which kind of decides like what the dialogue box is and like what goes in it, what the characters are going to say, how things are going to play out. And you have your colorist, which obviously does color, and then inker, which is kind of like the person that cleans the lines up and makes the piece more presentable. And then you have a penciler, which is what I was doing, where you know, it's like the very base of the art uh, for a comic. And a year ago, I didn't even know how to color. I'm gonna be real with you. I've inked my own stuff before, and I tried coloring a couple times, and I was bad at it. I was really bad at it. I could not get it down. I did not like it. I said, I'm gonna leave this to somebody else. It got to a point where I even said, I refuse to do it. I will pay someone else to do it. I actually have a couple of emotes that Raquel colored for me, but I drew because I refused to do it. I didn't like it at all. But a friend of mine actually bought me, or he got me Photoshop about a year or so ago. Whenever I built my computer and started like being a little more serious in streaming, and it sort of blew up. Like I started like theorizing on like how to draw and like how to paint like digitally, and I couldn't put it down. Like I was hungry, you know, which is something I hadn't really had in a while. And but that's when Devil was like, I really like your art. It reminds me a lot of comics, which is kind of comes with the territory. And he asked me to do the piece, and I said I might be able to like animate it. And that's when he was just like, all right, well, I'm just gonna put you in the 3v3 chat because I really like what you're doing. I like the stuff that you got going on, and like I was running tournaments and stuff, and a lot of people don't know it, but a couple people that were on my like Leo and Balls and stuff, they were on my team for the 3v3, but there was an issue with scheduling the second time afterwards, and I almost streamed the 3v3 for Keith. Um,
Oh.
there was a moment where like they had something come up, and Keith might have had to like push back his game, and I was actually going to step in, and we were going to just push my matches to the furthest of the bracket, and I was gonna stream like the opening and stuff until he got off work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do a little bit of all of it. I'm not near as refined as Keith is. Keith went to school for it, right? Like that's his job. I don't know if you're
Yeah.
aware or not, but
Yeah.
Keith's thing is like he runs like scoreboarding and stuff, and does graphics and overlays and stuff for women's college basketball.
Yeah, I was about to say, doesn't he work for like the NCAA where
Yeah,
he's at?
yeah.
Yeah,
It's for a specific college, but they're in the NCAA circuit.
yeah, pretty much.
Uh, yeah, yeah. But he has a lot of experience where I don't, but I have a lot of like artistic vision, I guess. So I think that's kind of where like they had me step in. Like the team No Fun Allowed, they had an issue where their logo didn't match up or something like that. So I actually reworked that logo for a little bit for the most previous 3v3, and I did our logo specifically. If I was in a 3v3 and I had a logo, I didn't want anybody else to touch it. I wanted to do it. Uh, so I did the World Breakers logo. I did like two or three of them actually. I did the World Breakers logo, and I did the what was the one with Bevis and Sam Booty? The Death Defiers. That's what it was, with the Jago sash and the like the Conrad book and the tombstone. Yeah, I put that together actually. I hand drew some
Nice.
of those elements. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think after that, and like I was so tight knit with Devil and Frank and all them, that um I just told him straight up. I was like, look, man, I don't even care if I have to get paid the bottom of the barrel. Like I want in. And I think he was already on the same page, like we have a lot of like cohesive like ideas and stuff. It's a team, man. Like they do some really good work. And like once I was in that chat and I saw like how they were handling stuff and how they were prepping for stuff, like they're doing big things, dude. Like the
Yeah.
next 3v3 is gonna be huge. I can't even put into words. I like how cool it's gonna be.
It-
But I know that like before the previous one was over, I was included in the chat. Um, m- Maybe like the week that Rising Stars was over. Like they are on it. Like they don't take a break. They are always working on the next event. And I don't know if you saw or not, but Devil actually announced he's going full time with content creation.
yeah. I
He
did.
announced yesterday.
I
Yeah,
did
super
see
cool.
that.
Yeah, super cool. I think it's going to be a big venture for him, and it's gonna we're gonna be able to do a lot of really big things because of it. I'm excited. We're gonna
And
it's gonna it's gonna be great.
like that's like a big step, you know.
Yeah,
Cuz like, you're coming from, you know, those that don't know, that Devil is he's a law enforcement officer
yeah,
in Louisiana, am I
yeah,
right?
yeah. In Louisiana. Yeah,
Okay. And like I have read his posts on Twitter and stuff like that saying that he's not happy, but he enjoys what he's doing right now. Like
yeah,
doing all these events and stuff like that. So, it's just one of those things where, you know, he had to pick. You know,
Yeah.
he literally couldn't do both. The pretty much way it really came down to if I'm gonna do something that's gonna make me unhappy, or am I gonna do something that's gonna make me happy? And
Yeah.
he chose the route what's gonna make him happy.
Yeah, absolutely. And
So
I helped push him towards that, man. At least I hope I did. I feel like there's been a lot of like things that's kind of come up for him that made him want to do um law enforcement to like play it safe, or maybe not even to do law enforcement to play it safe, but to like to do the like a normal job, quote unquote,
mhm.
to play it safe. And I think he really needed like us all to kind of rally behind him and be like, all right, man, look, dude, like you can do this. You just are gonna have to like stop sticking your toe in and just go skinny dipping, you know?
Yeah. I mean, like you, because like and that's the way in life too. You're not gonna know until you try.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
you know what I
Absolutely.
mean? And that's just the way that life works in general. Like don't do something that's just gonna make you unhappy. Do what you want to do that's just gonna make you happy. Like
Absolutely.
like me
100%.
like me. I love my job. Sometimes it drives me crazy, but I just like being there, and I like being around the people that I'm around with. I mean, for those that don't know, I've been in the golf industry for like over 15 years. It is a hidden talent I have, and if any of you guys want to money match me in golf, I would gladly accept it. Just don't be shocked if you see a PGA logo on my golf bag, and I'm like, yep. So don't be mad at me.
Okay.
There,
I want
there,
to see that now.
there's actually one person in the FGC that took that offer. I go, are you sure about that? Justin Wong.
Really, that's funny.
Oh god, that might be a story for another time.
That sounds like something he would do, though. He'd be like, "I'll take that."
Let's say it didn't go well for him, and I was just like, oh my god, really?
That's funny.
Cool guy, love the guy to death, but man, you need to work on that. But anyways, though, can you give us like a little small tease of next season's DMC 3v3?
Man, I can't. I can't. I
Or
really can't,
you're like, fuck this. If I say one little thing,
dude.
I'm fired.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be like, well, I had my shot.
Wait, is Devil in here? No, he's not. But Memphis
I'm
is.
not risking it.
Yeah,
I'm not risking it.
Memphis is in here, and that guy's a snitcher.
Yeah, he will tell.
Yeah, he
But
would
just
tell.
but just trust me, like it's gonna be crazy. It's
Oh,
gonna be so cool.
okay, maybe I need to get Devil on the show, and I'm gonna try to
You
get something.
should.
I'm
You
gonna try to
should.
get something out of him.
I'll see if I can send him your way.
I,
I don't
I,
know. He's tight knit though, man. I don't know. This gonna be hard to get him to crack, but you
I'm
can
gonna be
try.
like, dude, just give me 2 words. That's all I want.
Yeah,
Just give me two
yeah,
words. Oh God, but yeah, he did say, what season are we on? Season 5?
yeah. We're going on season 5.
Yeah, we're gonna be going on season 5 here. He did announce that right after season 4 ended, which was to me tournament of the year. Tournament of the year for
Yeah,
me.
absolutely.
Because not it wasn't just because the tournament itself, it was the production and the hard work that you
Yeah,
guys put into it. It and it was kind of like, Capcom,
yeah,
what the fuck are you doing?
yeah.
Like like to the odd goddess of fuck. I'm sorry for swearing, but really, like, you're brainwashing your players where when us in the KI community, we're doing this for our community, and and not asking a dime.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, get a
Yeah.
clue. I
It's
I mean,
wild. Yeah.
I love Street Fighter to death. I love how they finally fit some issues in 5, but the
But
online
this
needs
ain't
work.
it.
But
Yeah, this ain't it. It's
but
close, but it
yeah,
ain't it.
but it's nowhere near where Killer Instinct is at, and that's why I'm still playing Killer Instinct hard on, mostly every day, but not all the time. Sometimes I need a break because I did tell myself like after Forgotten Rivals because I did grind pretty damn hard for Forgotten
Yeah.
Rivals because honestly, like to some players, like you need to set yourself a goal. My goal was for Forgotten Rivals just win one match.
That's my favorite too, though, man. Like that moment when you're like you post your event, and you're like, man, is anybody even gonna look at this? What am I gonna do? Nobody's gonna sign up. Nobody's gonna show up.
Yeah,
And you guys are all talking about how hype you are and how you're like, I gotta train real hard for this, and like I can't wait to show out, and I can't wait to bust this out. Like it's the coolest feeling in the world, man.
yeah,
And whew, I love
yeah,
it.
it is. And man, when Forgotten Rivals was about to happen, I was about to be like, "Don't pit me to be on stream. Do not pit me to be on stream." But then after I won my match, I was like, "Oh man, I wouldn't even mind it because yeah, it was just one of those feelings that player
Yeah,
gets because like yeah, like me, I haven't competed in like in a good while. You know,
yeah,
I think like my highest competitiveness came out was in 2016 because I was
yeah,
traveling a lot back then.
yeah.
So um
That's the other thing too, though, is that even though I am a TO, I'm also here to beat ass.
yeah,
Don't you forget it. I'm about
why
to start taking some crazy stuff. I've been playing with the best. It's coming.
yeah, and that's one thing I love about KI too. Like Nikki's doing his thing with his Patreon and like
Yeah,
guys coming from Mortal Kombat playing this game and like
yeah,
starting to not technically make a name for themselves, but like they're showing like, hey, I'm here to play.
yeah. Absolutely.
So that's a really good thing. And then one thing before we go, I do want to bring up one topic.
Mhm.
One player in mind, Sonic Fox. We have been seeing him playing with Nikki
Yeah,
a little bit.
yeah.
How do you think that's gonna impact for us?
If
Like,
he stays, if he stays, even for like 2 tournaments, I think he has the potential to completely shift the meta of the entire game.
yeah,
I feel like he'll probably pick something. He'll like reach in his little like knowledge bag and like pull a character out that we never thought, like Kim Woo or something like that. You know what I
yeah,
mean? I think he'll do something like that, and will really start thinking about the game differently. Um, if he sticks with it,
yeah,
for more than like 3 weeks, you know what I mean?
yeah.
But like I've seen him do that kind of stuff before, unfortunately, where he's like
Mm-hmm.
kind of pokes his feet in and like, oh, what's going on over here? If we got any more traction, if we were like, if here's a scenario, like we have something like play or like Ki at Evo, because like they haven't actually announced all the games yet, right? If we have something like Ki at Evo and PlayStation's involved and there's more money in the pot, then
Mm-hmm.
we might see somebody like him kind of pop up and start doing some work.
Yeah. Pretty much. We haven't heard any announcements yet. We haven't heard any game lineups.
Yeah,
I did see a tweet for Markman. Yeah, I hate the guy, but I follow him because I get information out of him.
yeah,
Um,
you do what you got to do.
he did mention in his tweet, even though Evo was bought from Sony,
Hmm.
that you know, rest to be assured that pretty much he was saying that like if Sony doesn't have anything to do with the game, like your game is still gonna be in there, and it's kind of like, well, what does that mean? You know what I mean? It so pretty much what I'm trying to get
Well,
at is
I think it's kind of like a similar situation because like, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off,
no, no,
but I
no,
think
go.
I think it's kind of similar to where um like I don't know if you know or not, but Smash GG actually got bought by Microsoft
Yeah,
a
they
couple
did.
months ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I
I
don't
saw
like
that.
that didn't really change anything. It might mean that they dip more feet into the like TO experience,
Yeah.
but can you imagine like if Smash GG becomes the norm on one end and like PlayStation becomes the norm as far as like running events?
Mm-hmm.
You know, as far as like the venue, like PlayStation does the venue and Xbox does the brackets, like that's kind of crazy, you know?
Yeah. Yeah,
So it's
that I
I
can't
think
I
it's good
can't
for
see
all of us in
that.
the long run. Yeah, it's weird to think about.
And then it's gonna be kind of like, is Killer Instinct coming to PlayStation?
Man, it would help the game so much.
Yeah, only time will tell. But as a closing note, we're cutting it close here, pretty soon here, Venom.
Mhm.
Anything you wanna give a shout out to, or what's your final saying before we cut
Um,
cut loose here?
sorry, I didn't mean to like sit there for a moment with my mouth wide open, but truth be told, uh, I don't. There's not enough time in the day for me to shout out as many people that make all of this happen. Between like you doing stuff like this and like us running tournaments, like more than anything, like getting the players involved and getting you guys to sign up for stuff, even though it's online. You know, like everybody's like, yeah, online, but like it's what we have right now. And if playing these online tournaments even comes close to like sparking something in you and getting you to travel or getting you closer to be able to travel because you did so well in an online tournament is the coolest thing to me. So shout outs to everyone.
Yeah,
That's it.
we're talking about you, Alex V.
Yeah, Alex. Come on, man.
Once COVID ends, I better see you travel.
Yeah.
You can't hide now because
I
you
will I will fund a tournament, a get Alex V to combo breaker tournament.
go
I
go
will do it, dude.
go fund me. All right, because I remember
Yeah.
Jeff the Hero, he did a GoFundMe for Nikki, and that's how Nikki got to go
Oh
to KI
yeah.
Woke Up.
That's right. That's right.
Oh God, I that was hilarious when he did that. But it was good for Nikki though. It was really good for him. And then
Yeah.
it's like, look how he turned out.
Yeah, yeah, right.
So yeah, we pretty much talked about everything. We got to know a little bit about you, Venom. Thank you for coming on the show
Of course,
uh
man. Thanks for having me.
tonight. And we had a couple announcements. We have our Jago Army tournament that we're going to be having here next month in April, and then we're having your tournament on the April
The
20
20th.
April 20th.
Yeah.
So that's I'm definitely gonna be watching that tournament. And then Venom, I know I have your handles right under you, so people can follow. Um,
Yeah.
shout outs to Captain Aham and Benito, because I do receive feedback. I only this is my first time doing this stuff,
Yeah.
and the reason why I'm doing this because I feel like you guys don't get enough exposure of what you guys are actually doing.
You know what's crazy though is I'm super glad that you were doing this because I've been trying to get this set up. I just don't have the time.
Yeah.
I literally don't have the time. I literally had this planned out with a another player. I actually was going to do this with Zip, and we just couldn't. We just couldn't. It's just so hard to like try and get us both like in the same room and like try and get highlight reels and stuff because I wanted to like turn it into our production, you know. But it's hard,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, it's
It's
really
hard.
hard. Yeah, but luckily for me, I don't have a life, so and plus I'm not tournament player quality, so this is the best I'm gonna get right here.
Hey
I
man, if you ever need any help with anything, you let me know. It's not included. I know a lot of people seem to forget sometimes, but I do also have a YouTube. It's just VenomBuster. It's the same. I didn't mean to like plug myself too
oh,
hard
okay.
there, but yeah, I'm on. You can get merch from me at Redbubble. I'm on YouTube. I'm obviously on Twitch and Twitter. It's all VenomBuster. It's all one word.
Okay. Yeah, I pretty much have your Twitter and your Twitch right there under you. Like I said before, I like to receive feedback. Because if I don't know, then I'm not gonna know.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
Yeah.
like give me criticism. Like if you think I'm not mean enough, just go ahead and say it. Like, but buzz fucking people's chops. I don't care. It's my show. So
But
yeah,
okay.
but like I said before, this was honestly this was like a vision for me like 2 years, well, no, 3 years ago. But at the time we weren't really booming
Yeah.
as we are right now. So
Two years ago, we were in a completely different spot. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like,
we were like on the bottom of the ground. Like we were
oh my God, yeah,
no, like we were under the ground. We weren't even
yeah. We
thought
had like a
of.
straw out to breathe. We were in the ground. Yeah,
Pretty
we
much,
were in a
yeah,
bad spot.
yeah, we were literally under the ground. So, luckily, I mean, I kind of hate to say this, like I already, me and Benito, last week on our show, we kind of talked about this. You
Mhm.
know, we know like COVID happened, but like honestly, I between the end of last year and the beginning of this year, this is when KI boomed.
Yeah, yeah. We've exploded.
Yeah, like
It's kind of
we
crazy.
really exploded, and like the projection wise between like DMC and all other streamer teams out there, like they're putting in all the hard work and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So shout outs to everybody in the community. So I'm gonna go ahead and next week. Um, so like I said in the beginning of the stream, the reason why I had it tonight on Friday because I didn't want to interview with Nikki's tournament that happened last night. So we went over that tonight. So shout outs to Alex V for winning that tournament barely, but he was
But we
still
take those.
yeah. He definitely took those. Let's be real now. So shout out to Alex V for winning that tournament. Dayton, known as Wheels, taking second, and a Den Gamer taking third. So next week, I have a guest. Right now, he's at a bar right now. I don't know how in the hell he's at a bar right now. Doing whatever. Like he is a beer drinker, but not only that, he is definitely a online warrior that that
I love it.
he's been terrorizing lately, and he's a really good friend of ours. He's local in Texas. Unfortunately, I'm not from Texas. I'm just a poor old Jago player here in NorCal doing this show. So I just want to give a shout out to that one guy for subbing. Thank you, my friend, for subbing. Thank you. I wasn't expecting that, but thank you. Um, yep. So Venom, thank you very much for joining me tonight. Have
Of
your
course.
busy schedule. I know that you have arts and stuff. If you guys want to get any overlays for your stream or any emotes. In fact, you actually did one for me. I'm about to post
I
that right
did.
now. Actually, you done four of them actually. Pretty much the Jago beat 'em up emo because I told you to do the beat 'em up because I do get beat a lot
Yeah,
online. So that literally fits me. So shout outs to you for doing that for me. I appreciate
of
it.
course, man.
So make sure you guys follow VenomBuster on Twitter. If you guys want to get your overlays and emotes done. But right now you're full right now though, right? You're not accepting
Well,
commissions?
sort of. I mean, like you can get in touch with me, but I'm gonna be real. Like next week, I'm taking like a hard like vacation. I'm gonna do like the stuff that I have scheduled, and like that's it. I'm gonna work on some stuff I have in the background and get stuff ready for the tournaments.
Okay. All right. So and then when do you stream? Are you just on random times or do you have a set schedule?
It is kind of random. Unfortunately, it's kind of just like whenever I get the opportunity. But for my break next week, I am going to stream. That's like something I really want to do. So next week we're going to be doing art streams. Basically Monday through Thursday. Yeah, Monday through Thursday we're going to be doing art streams and a lot of KI. I'm going to be playing a lot of KI. I usually kind of play in secret a little bit sometimes. I've been working with Charbach and stuff. He's really building me up, and Calypso. They're making a diamond out of me. Um, but I'm gonna be playing a lot of rank and stuff next week, and I think I'm gonna try and do a little bit of variety stuff on Friday as well.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, so make sure you guys follow VenomBuster on Twitter and then also follow him on Twitch. Right there under him, VenomBuster, just all one word. Thanks for coming on the show, man. I appreciate you.
Of course, man. It's been an honor.
All right, you guys. Let's see who we gonna go raid. Who's online right now?
I'm actually scouting already. It's you got Aham streaming. Uh, Balls is playing as well. I think Zenkai is also playing KI. You got a couple options tonight.
You know what? What? Let's go. Raid Aham.
I'm in. Let's go.
I love this guy so much.
He's great, man. I love what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean he is a featured guest on this show. So yeah, guys, make sure you guys tune in next week on Thursday at 7 p.m. I'm gonna have a very special guest with me. So make sure you guys tune in for that. Follow me on Twitter at ShadowVirus916 to get more info on the show and tournaments and stuff like that. So